Am I the asshole for deliberately catching a person in a harmless lie in order to embarrass them? I know this girl who tends to exaggerate a lot of things. I was getting sick of it, so when she claimed that she has a black belt in karate and still regularly practices karate at a high level, one took the opportunity to catch her in a lie. I knew she was lying because I actually have a bit of martial arts background, a lower level though, and have friends and family who have black belts in various martial arts, and some of what she said as well as her coordination and activity levels didn't add up. My friends scolded me afterward. They said that it was obvious that she was lying, but it was also obvious that she was only lying because she's insecure and just wants to impress us. Am I the asshole? Not the asshole, that's the thing about lies, they eventually come out. Thing is, I don't know much about self-defense. Yet my favorite memory of 3rd grade was when I made the 6th grade kicking show off land on his ass. By walking up and grabbing his swinging foot and pushing it up. The look on the 6th graders' faces that day. Someone who lies all the time is annoying, but usually it is because they're insecure. Calling someone out to embarrass them is just as rude. Info: how old are you guys? Just cause it changes this on her part from cringy to asshole. Not the asshole, maybe she shouldn't try to build a friendship on lies. Sometimes, petty stuff like this you just ignore. She's making a fool of herself, and I'm not confrontational enough to this become a bother. Everyone sucks here op, if it isn't actually affecting you, why bother? Not the asshole, I can't stand people who do this. They need to be called out and embarrassed. Maybe then they'll stop. Not the asshole, I've known fully grown adults who lie a lot. Like all the time about everything. I know when I was younger when I got hassled about stuff I learned. Although bullying is bad, shame can be something they can grow from. Nobody likes looking like a liar or asshole. Maybe she'll rethink her behavior now. I know if you're still a liar when you're an adult it won't serve you well. It may not be a popular opinion, but I stand by it. Not the asshole. It's bad to try to impress people by making up lies, rather make that stop when they're young. Her for lying, you for calling her out when nobody was being hurt. Embarrassment and shame don't really make people change their behavior. It sounds like people knew she was lying anyway. It's annoying when people lie like that, sure, but like your friend said, it's likely that she's doing it because she wants people to like her, think she's cool. Obviously that's not working, but calling her out on it in front of everyone won't help. If you had confronted her in private that would have been kinder. Info: what was the conversation? Not the asshole. The J from the in-betweeners thing of someone who continually lies to their friends to look more impressive is infuriating, and I'd do exactly what you did or stop talking to them entirely. Conversation isn't about you looking good, it's about connecting with people, and that requires honesty. And if even you think who you really are isn't worth knowing, and needs embellishing with lies, then maybe I think you aren't really worth knowing either. Not the asshole for calling her out if it wasn't in a blatant douchey way. Maybe a bit petty, but that's it. I don't get the whole everyone knew she was lying anyway, why does she get away with this? If she's so insecure that she needs to make up harmless lies in order to impress, everyone playing along is not going to help her. You should instead help her build her confidence based on something real and go from there. Not the asshole, she is lying to make herself look better. She is lying because she feels insecure. If she has issues, people should not feed into her lies, and people should call her out. People do not realize how far pathological liars can go. So what if it is harmless in this case? Would she be lying in more serious cases as well? Lying about important health information, lying with finances, lying with relationships, where does it stop, when people have been enabling her so much? When you feel insecure, you do not lie to make yourself feel better, you need to deal with what's making you feel insecure. Sure, you were an asshole now, but you got to show her that lying is not okay. Maybe sit her down and talk to her. Say that you might have gone far, but you tired of her lying all the time to make herself seem cooler. Obviously it is having the opposite effect. Friends are supposed to help each other with insecurities, not feed into the coping mechanism. Not the asshole, I hate liars, and I am super gullible. So I might have actually believed her until somebody called her out like that. Info: what was she lying about exactly? Did she have extensive karate experience but she hasn't gotten a black belt yet? Or has she never practiced it in her life? It seems so odd to me that someone would lie about regularly going to karate lessons if she doesn't, or was it just that you called her out on not having her black belt yet? I think saying something was fine by the way if she was actually lying about that. But I do wonder how you could tell from her coordination and activity levels unless she actually demonstrated a move right in front of you. Info. Did you forget to type the part where you specify what you said or did? No assholes here. It was unnecessary, but she was lying, so she should expect to be called out for it. I'm gonna go with her for constantly lying and you for deciding she needed to be embarrassed in front of everyone. What she was doing was harmless, and quite frankly, if I saw someone in a circle of people I frequent lying on a regular basis, I'd worry as to why she felt the need to do so, and perhaps reach out to someone who knows her better in said group to have a talk with her about it, but that's just me. Chances are, like your friends pointed out, it was most like out of lack of confidence and perhaps in an effort to blend in with the group. Yes, definitely call out liars, but act within good reason too. Not the asshole. If someone chooses to lie, they are aware that they could get caught out in that lie and have to make a choice. By calling her out on that small lie, it hopefully prevents her from creating bigger and more serious lies. And if your friend is really that concerned about the girl being insecure, then they need to say, "We want to know the real you, and we don't get to do that if you're making up stuff about yourself." Personally, and this might just be me, but if I tell a stupid lie, it isn't something as big as "I am a black belt." The most I say is as simple as, "I tripped on a basketball and caught myself." We all know how hard that is, so if you lie about something huge and obvious like that, then you know that you will get caught. FYINTA. Not the asshole. Some people are chronic liars who lie simply because they enjoy it and get away with it. I went to middle school with someone who was like this, who lied simply for the sake of lying. We used to call her Liar Lisa, and 35 years later, that's how I still think of her when she happens to pop into my head. You're doing her a favor by calling her out. You can't lie your way through life and expect never to be called out on it. Not the asshole. Listening to that kinda talk is exhausting, and she knows lying isn't right. I think as long as you guys let her move on from this without making it a bigger deal, it will be fine. She learned her lesson, hee. I do not see the point of calling her out at all. Clearly, everybody already knows she's a liar, so it's not like you saved other people from her lies or anything. Also, this will not change anything. I don't think humiliation is a good punishment. She's still going to continue to lie. But also, liars suck, so Not the asshole. Lies are annoying, sure, but she was hurting no one with them. It's still not great to lie, so she sucks too. But you suck more since you deliberately embarrassed her, and when people tell lies like those, it's generally a self-esteem issue that you deliberately made worse. Info. What did you actually say? There's no info on what you did in the post, only that it made others mad. You yada yada yadad the important part. Not the assholes. The lies get bigger and bigger and less harmless as time goes on. Not the asshole. We all know someone like this. They typically think they have a lot of friends, but in reality, everyone just plays nice with them out of sad compassion. There's nothing wrong with picking a harmless lie and politely calling them on their bullshit. It usually takes a few of these strung together before the person snaps out of it and pulls back on the exaggerating. I work with a guy like this. I've called him out a few times. He usually forgets that I was actually there when that happened, and he wasn't nearly as cool as he's claiming he was. Lol. Lying to boost your standing isn't a good thing to do, but if your sole reason was to embarrass her, that was mean as well. You are the asshole. Whenever a friend is behaving in a manner you do not like, the first step is to tell them privately. If that doesn't change anything, then you can call them out. Going from silently annoyed to embarrassing someone in public is an asshole move. She was probably joking. FFS, you are the asshole. You are the asshole. When insecure people tell harmless lies, you don't really need to publicly embarrass them. It either bothers you and you tell them that, or it doesn't and you ignore it. Nope, it's really good for her actually. You are the asshole. You should think about why you did that. I think you wanted to hurt her. That's not okay. Yeah, you are the asshole. Sure, she's an irritant, but she's giving you good stories to post on Reddit. And now you won't be able to post about that time she flew into space with Elon. You ruined it for all of us. You are the asshole. Why do you care so much? Like, what harm is it doing to you? She probably knew that you did karate and only wanted to fit in. Like, come on now, what do you get out of it? While lying isn't okay, why does it affect you? It's not like it's keeping you up at night. Your friend is right. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. The longer people let her get away with it, the harder it will be for her to stop it. You sound incredibly petty, you are the asshole. Nah. Her exaggeration doesn't seem to be hurting anyone, but at the same time I understand how it could drive you to embarrass her. But, seriously, it's a lie over a black belt. Not a lie over a grandpa who fought in WW2 or something. I.e., my friend brags about being related to Satan, and about how she's a psychopath even when numerous tests have proved her completely wrong. It sucks, but you gotta just roll your eyes or some. Not the asshole. If she was a kid I would have said to let it go, but she is an adult still doing it. Not the asshole. I am not sure if she's compulsive or otherwise, but she's a liar. Challenge her to a friendly sparring match next time it comes up just to prove your point. No need to call them out, but no need for her to lie. A little empathy would have helped keep the peace though. Lying comes from insecurities, and once you figure that out it changes your outlook. Maybe having a conversation would help, or maybe if you don't know her too well just don't mention it. You are the asshole. Nobody was harmed by this lie, except her, because everybody understood it to be a lie. It is her prerogative to say what she wants in such a situation. Perhaps she derives joy from deluding herself. Your response to her carries harms without any discernible benefits, save perhaps for yourself. You have created a less beneficial circumstance for those around you for selfish or stupid reasons. Why would you ever take an action that worsens everything, which is wrong? She should lie, but that was such an immature, petty way to handle that. I'm leaning towards no assholes here because she might be lying to impress you and other people, just like your friends said, and it's a harmless, albeit stupid lie, but lying about something stupid isn't necessarily being an asshole, but if she's doing it constantly, I can see why it would get annoying. But I think if everyone knows she's lying, there's not really any reason to call her out, unless you didn't know that everybody else knew she was a liar. But if you did know, and called her out, that's kind of an asshole move. Constant lying can get irritating, so I understand why you'd call her out tbh. I don't think either of you are Oz, but if she continues lying and starts lying about very serious stuff, she definitely is Ta. So I have some friends who have terrible coordination and are a little overweight, and they are still black belts in jujutsu, so there is a possibility that she was not lying. I too appear unfit and uncoordinated, but as teenager, same fitness level, I won trophies and competitions in climbing. Basically, unless you actually know for sure, you shouldn't claim she is lying. You are the asshole. Why don't you grow up and act your age? Who was she harming? You are the asshole.